Welcome to the Okta.com monitor integration guide. Um, in order to properly integrate the application with Okta, you will have to create a new custom SAML app by going to Applications, Add Application, and create new app as a SAML app. After that, you will have to name your application and add a logo if needed. As a next step, we'll add the single sign-on URL, the one that's also in the documentation, in the guide, in the integration guide, the userauth.com monitor login URL, and the userauth.com monitor.com one at the audience URI. We'll go ahead, hit next, hit I'm an Okta customer adding an internal app, and this is an internal app that we've created, and hit finish. The next step on the sign-on tab for the newly created app will be to download the metadata. In order to do that, just right-click on it and hit Save Link As. You will have the option to save it anywhere you want to. This will be needed for our next step. After downloading the metadata, we will have to reach out to .com Monitor support team. In order to do that, just go to support and tickets, create a new ticket, and just mention the fact that you want to enable a single sign-on and attach the metadata that you previously downloaded. After that, also mention the fact that you will need their part of metadata in order to finish the whole Okta integration. Once .com Monitor support will reply back and will provide the metadata, it should most likely look something like this. We will have to go back into Okta and finish the SAML integration. We will go back into Okta to Applications and All Applications. We'll select the application that we've just created, go on General, hit Edit here. Next. As we previously stated, these are already added on our initial steps. As an additional step, we'll have to go to Show Advanced Settings, change the assertion encryption from unencrypted to encrypted, and we will have to upload the .com certificate that is found inside the metadata that their support provided. In order to do this, to create a certificate, we'll just have to copy this part of the metadata, paste it in a text file, and also add the begin certificate and end certificate information and save it as a CRT file. This is how the certificate should look like. Just save it and upload it in the encryption certificate. Afterwards, the next step would be to add the attribute statement, which is optional but is needed in order to properly propagate the whole role of the user through the SAML assertion so that .com Monitor can recognize your users and sign them in properly through SSO. So we'll just have to add here roles, just type in roles and .com Monitor power user as also mentioned in the integration guide. After that, just go ahead, hit next and save it. After saving it, you can just go ahead, assign new people, assign the user, save and go back. And at this point, the user should have the application on his dashboard. Also, please be aware that the sign-in username format might be different. Uh, Try and use the exact format that you also have in .com Monitor. So if you're using an email format for the username, also do that from the Okta side, because that specific username will also be transmitted through the assertion, through the SAML assertion, and it will sign in the user properly. As you can see, this user has the power user role. So when signing into Okta, you will see the whole .com Monitor application, and when clicking on it, it should automatically sign him into .com Monitor. And now I'll exemplify. So clicking on the application will automatically redirect to .com Monitor, and it will ask you to create a monitoring device. Just choose a monitoring device, and you should be the user should be set up, and he should be able to use the application as intended.